everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of the Sussex Squad podcast for all things Duke and Duchess of Sussex. On this episode, we actually are on episode 11. This is a special episode. We have some very special guests with us today. I am Tina.
And I'm Michelle.
I'm Mimi.
I'm Melanie.
And I'm Free.
Welcome, everybody.
Thanks.
Please be sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere you can possibly find podcasts. We are everywhere. So just subscribe to us, rate us, and please don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes.
So guys, today we will cover all things hashtag Global Sussex Baby Shower and its impact. There's no structural format to this episode. We just want to chat with our fellow Sussex Squad members who thought of this idea and how we all rallied around it. So, so how the idea came about, guys? Who started?
I think this is Mimi. I saw someone mention starting a baby shower, and then I sort of piled on their idea and said that we should donate to the Duke and Duchesses their charities. And then from there, I think 3 responded to me, right?
Yeah. So this is Mel.
So.
Go ahead.
For me, it was I remember like when the Duchess had her baby shower in New York. I saw some tweets about we should maybe do something online, but then it never really went anywhere. So then I guess it was Friday, and I saw a tweet. I think Mimi was commenting on Mel's tweet. I think Mel said we should do a baby shower online, and then Mimi commented, and then I commented, and I think it kind of ran from there.
Yeah, exactly. I think I saw someone who was commenting about the negativity that was kind of happening online and just hoping that Meghan and Harry knew that they had support all over the world. And so I think I responded that we should do like a global baby shower. And I think my initial thing was to give gifts to like orphanages or something just to show our love and support for them. And exactly what you heard from Free and Mimi, they kind of picked it up and turned words into action.
Oh, another point was that baby shower at the old folks home or the elderly home in Florida, in which they collected gifts and they gave it to local charities. So I was really inspired by that also.
Yeah, no, because I did see that, and I that got me thinking too. So you guys thought about it. Yeah, you guys thought about it, and it's been amazing because first of all, how did you guys get to rally everyone around?
I'd say that was Free.
Yeah.
I don't really remember exactly the course of events now. I'm a bit sleep deprived. But I think on Friday, after we saw those tweets, we were kind of like, yeah, we should really do something. And we started to, I guess, a group of people, more people came on board, and I started kind of like getting the tweets together, like trying to figure out which charities we were going to choose. And then I had to download an app to make like that video, that cheeky video that was attached to the tweet. And once we got that, decided which charities we're going to use, and like kind of like went to the Twitter accounts for all the charities and try to get some information on how to describe the charities, try to get like donation links, and putting all that together, in a thread, and then posting that. And I think somebody else was going to, I think we had started to assign like different tasks to people, like some other people were going to do like a press release. And then, I forgot what else it was, but that was basically it. It was like, we decided to do it Friday, and then we were like, we're going to launch it this weekend. So from the point of like the idea to actually getting it up and running, like conception and to actual realization, was probably a matter of hours.
Yeah, because actually I was a part of that whole group. It was actually Thursday night. I know me, Free, you're probably all sleep deprived. I finally got some sleep today, but it was Thursday night.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah, Thursday night. You're right.
it was Thursday night at 9:30 that I actually it was like around 9 o'clock that I messaged everyone and I said we need a conference call. And we like literally did a conference call at 9:30 on Thursday, and we were gonna write press releases, and somebody was gonna handle the press, and everyone had a job to do. And then we just knew that we had to tweet this thing till we were blue in the face. And I've never tweeted so much in my life. And I was sick. I was sick as a dog, and I'm
Right, that
still
was my whole thing, was just getting it out as soon as possible.
yeah. Yeah, and we were shocked. We didn't know that this was going
I'm
to
sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, we didn't know this was going to happen. Like we just thought, okay, well, we're going to do something good, right? And then we were like, well, the group, the squad wants to do this, let's do it. And Free was like, I remember we had somebody who was helping us, in terms of like trying to help us come up with a press release. And all the rest. I mean, Free, you've done an amazing job of getting the word out there. And is there anyone that you guys would like to thank,
Mm-hmm.
of helping out?
Michelle, is it Mich?
I mean,
No.
all of you guys, and I think it was just trying to get it out quick that Thursday night and just coming up with the hashtag, coming up with the charities that we were going to feature. I think we started out with a much bigger list, and then we decided to kind of narrow it down so that we'd have a bigger impact.
Yeah.
I think, like, I'm not sure, maybe you should probably edit her name out. I'm not sure if she even wants, her name out there, but there were some people, who kind of helped us and had some experience in terms of how to publicize things or how to interact with the press, that sort of thing. So step along the way. Some other people, yeah. I don't have their Twitter handles, but I don't want to use their real names. But I know you guys know who they are.
Yeah, we know who they are. And when this is all said and done, I think I'm going to make a list, and I'll talk to a bunch of people, and we can kind of send a list out once this is all kind of settled a bit. But Free, you're right. There is a group of people who really stepped up and have been pushing every day. So anyway, Mel, you had something to say.
I was just going to say that I've been so impressed that I think every step of the way people have suggestions and ideas to make things better. So I don't know everyone's real name, but to kind of make the community feel of it, I know that we had some folks who just made a post and asked everyone just to represent where they were from. And so in addition to all of the contributions, we got to really see the global nature and all the flags from all the different places that people were from, and just connecting the fandom. And that just felt, I think, really special to not just give and donate, that feels great, but also to see where everyone's from and how far the impact is spreading.
Yeah. How long, obviously I know how long this campaign is going for, but for the benefit of those listening at home, any one of you guys want to tell us how long this campaign is going to go for, and why are we doing it for the length of time?
So it's from the UK Mother's Day until the US Mother's Day, which is May the 12th. Mm-hmm. And so it's sort of, hopefully in between that time, baby Sussex will be born, hopefully. But hopefully, it'll get both, Mother's Days on both sides of the Atlantic. It'll cover that whole time frame, and then also include the birth of baby Sussex.
Yeah. Michelle, do you want to take the next question?
No, I just wanted to add, my memory is so bad sometimes. I don't remember when did we actually ask, because I remember we already talked about it on that podcast.
Yes.
That was just before, right?
Yeah, we recorded on Thursday afternoon, my time, which was probably Evelyn, your time. And so we didn't have all of the information at that point in time. Actually, I was editing. I was editing a podcast when I got, and I don't, there's a little behind the scenes that I don't want to mention on the podcast. Free knows about it, and I think Michelle knows about it. Probably Mimi knows about it as well. But there was a little behind the scene where I literally had a freak out moment, and that's how we end up having the conference call. So I had to stop producing the podcast, and we had the conference call. So when we did the podcast, we mentioned six charities.
Yeah.
On the podcast. Yeah, so we had recorded that podcast on Thursday, and so that podcast ended up going up on Friday afternoon, actually, because I was really sick, so I had to like take a break because we were like doing so much with the podcast and the baby shower. Anyway, thinking in terms of sustaining this whole thing, how do you think that we as a group, Sussex Squad, because it's going to take the whole community, how do you guys think we can sustain this for the 6 weeks that it's going to run?
So this is Mel. I'll say I'm in a couple of Sussex or royal groups on Facebook, so the other side. And one of the things that came up there is that folks are going to donate every Sunday. And so that's just a thing to kind of help keep the momentum up and keep folks going every week, but kind of highlighting a different charities or a different group of charities every Sunday. And it looks like particularly free. It looks like there's already a list up for this.
Yes. I think this morning I started like tweeting some links for some other charities, and then I think it was actually Mimi who kind of in the group said formally that we should do 3 a week, 3 new ones a week, and I think earlier today I had tweeted 2 new ones, so that we added another. So then I guess we all kind of got those 3 new ones identified and then posted. So that's how it went. And I think just to answer the question, I think Mel is absolutely right. The just getting them all where like every 3 weeks every week we add 3 more just to keep the interest going, to spread out the impact of it, and just to teach people who are probably like casual royal watchers about the charities that they support. So I think adding the different charities will help sustain it.
Yeah. Yes, and I wanted to add another thing to look at is the sort of the non-royal charities that have also been impacted. There's a long list of other charities, so I think we should highlight those charities as well, maybe at them so that they know that they're also included. And then also look at the non-monetary donations that a lot of people have started to give, whether it's baby supplies or volunteering at a local level. So we can also look at it not just from the royal charities and royal patronage, but seeing how that reach impacted entire communities, which is something that Meghan is really focused on, is the communities and building communities.
Exactly. And I remember
I think that's a great point.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point. And I think it's amazing. This is awesome because like I remember somebody posting on, was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Somebody was like, "Oh, I don't have a lot of money." And I was like, "No, don't worry about having money. Volunteer your time. It's springtime, right? Do spring cleaning and donate some stuff to Goodwill or to Salvation Army in the name of the Global Sussex baby shower. So you don't have to have $100. And I mean, somebody donated $5 and they were like, "Oh, it's too small." I'm like, no amount is too small. You're helping somebody else who doesn't have $5 to do stuff. And so this is really incredible. And I just want to commend every single member of the Sussex Squad who has taken on the mantle, right? There's a lot of things that we usually will fight as a group, and we push back on a lot of things. But I've noticed we're like, don't hate, donate. That's the motto right now is don't hate, donate. So if somebody's hating, just keep telling them to donate to charity. Maybe that will soften their heart, and Sussex Squad members, I really, like, you guys are amazing. You guys have done, like, I've seen the incredible nature of our community this past weekend in no other way. I mean, mind you, we are all pulled together by this one individual that we care deeply about. And to kind of see us all pulled together this way, wow, you guys are amazing. I'm flabbergasted. I'm about to start crying again.
Yes, ditto.
I think it's a reflection of both the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but also just the members of the fandom. I have met so many people who, are fans just through Twitter or through Facebook, and they are all amazing people who are doing amazing things in their communities. So it's great to be able to pull together in this way.
Yeah, and just go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to mention just how it helped to change the narrative, the negative narrative that's been pervasive throughout her entire pregnancy. She just deserved some peace. And so by us doing this, by leading with love, I think it helped to change the narrative a bit. I'm not sure, but at least it shows what the fans can do to sort of change the narrative from negative to positive.
Yeah, I agree. And I wanted to mention to everyone out there the 3 charities that were added today for this week are SmartWorks, We Are Invictus, and 125 Charity. SmartWorks is one that the Duchess is a patron of, and she picked that in February as one of her patronages. We Are Invictus is one that the Duke is a patron of, who he started this when did he start? Michelle, when did he start this? 2014? 2000
Yeah, 2014, yeah.
2014, where he supports wounded military veterans, and they kind of have their own Olympics, which it's worldwide. There's many countries who are part of this. So please take time to donate to that 125 charity. If you ever saw anything about the banana messaging when the Duchess wrote messaging on bananas, that was a 125 charity that helps women get off the street. If you have money or anything, even if you don't have money, even if you just retweet, even if you just share, repost, or just send, just show somebody on the street today some love. That is donating. That is part of this whole thing, is showing love to leading with love. Mimi said it perfectly, leading with love, and just lead with love. And so I wanted to make sure that we highlight those 3 charities that we added this week. And every week, as we add new charities to this list, I will keep announcing it. And Mimi, like you said, there's so many other charities who have benefited from this, who are not even tied to the Royal Foundation or anything. One that I really wanted to highlight is one for Emmalyn. She was a little girl who received flowers from the Duchess's baby shower in New York. I think she's about to have her 30th surgery now.
Yeah.
And she's been, her mom has been reaching out to people, and she's been, people have donated to her. Another charity, there's a lot of charities. I mean, there's one of us whose sister is in need of a kidney, and we've been donating to her sister as well. So anyway, Free wants to say something, so I'm going to shut up now.
No, I was just going to say that I think that in terms of the charities, like you were saying, there are, dozens of charities that we know of that people have decided to give to. And so I know some people online were asking me, what the total or how many charities is it? And I don't think we'll ever really know the total amount given, because, there's just so many different charities and so many people were giving locally and giving, their time and giving labor and giving items. And so we'll never know, the value of all that. And some of those things you can't put a value on. It's just spending time with someone. But just, I think what we wanted to promote was a spirit of giving, a spirit of kindness. And like you were saying, with regards to some of the negativity, some of that coverage, I think it's just, it was a shame that it would overshadow the charities and the charitable work that they were doing. So I was always left after an engagement of theirs, looking at the coverage the next day or trying to read more about the charity or the event the next day and not finding that content, finding, other things like, commentary on dresses or whatever else. And so much of the actual incredible work that they were doing was being lost in all of that. And so that's what I wanted to highlight, with this effort. And everyone has been amazing. All the people that are giving online. I want to thank everyone who has given time, money, retweeted us if they didn't have any of those available to give. It's just been amazing to see the reaction to all of this, and I hope that everyone is really proud of themselves and what they are able to do. We saw the tweet from Cam said about the money that was raised so far has be able to send 83 girls to high school for the year. So, I mean, that's just incredible when you think about it and the lasting effect of an education in a young person's life and, what that will read, years down the line, and helping kids at Well Child who will be able to stay home for treatment, instead of in a hospital, stay home with family. And with Mayhew, getting animals off the street, just incredible things. And like the other charities you said, the new ones that we added and the ones that we'll never know about, just people who wanted to do something positive to set a positive tone, because so much of the news, in politics or whatever else can be negative and draining, and people wanting to find a little bit of positivity in the world. And I think this was just kind of a little bit of an escape this weekend. And I want to thank all of you for everything that you guys have done. And we've got 6 more weeks, so we got to keep going.
Yeah, we got to keep going. Mimi, you had something to say?
Oh, no, I was just agreeing.
I just wanted to point out to you guys that while we were on the phone, there's a picture of our Duke and Duchess, and I'm like screaming inside.
Girl, I saw. I'm trying to be okay for the podcast.
Like this,
I gotta get off this and see it.
This is
they
actually
are exiting a wellness store.
Yes,
this
it's
is
amazing.
The time that a picture is dropping while we're doing the podcast. I don't know if you remember this, Tina.
I have to see it.
Oh my God!
The second time that a picture is dropping as we are doing a podcast, and that's why me and Michelle are always on our phone as we're recording the podcast. Sometimes you guys will hear lulls and little quiet time. It's because we are like, oh my God, but I'm not holding it in today. I'm happy to see my Duke and Duchess, and I hope that they are happy and Free and Mel and Mimi. Thank you guys so much for coming up with this idea. I'm gonna start crying again. Yeah. Are you guys surprised at the reaction?
I'm just so happy. I'm just happy. That's all.
This is Melanie. I think the same. I'm happy. I did cry this weekend, and I'm just so excited also just to see the reaction from the charities. They have been so floored online, and if you look at the way that they've tweeted and the press releases and everything, you can tell that they are just so very appreciative. So I'm excited for what we're going to continue to do, but also really grateful for everyone who kind of sparked this and everyone who's contributed so far.
And Sussex Squad, just so you guys know, like, this is not the end. Just because we got all this publicity doesn't mean that we stop. We actually have to keep pushing harder than ever. We have more charities to help. We have more people to help. We have to continue to overwhelm the negativity with love. We have to lead with love. And so that's what we are going to focus on, is making sure that we keep leading with love, because up until the Duchess have that baby, we are going to make sure that the narrative changes to one of love, not of negativity. So is there anything else, Michelle? Do you want to say anything before we wrap this up?
No, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys who have organized this. It was just, I kind of remember seeing it starting really small and then grow bigger and bigger, which was pretty insane. And the way that the charities have responded and respond back and forth towards the people who are donating, I thought that was amazing. And the fact that we also took the narrative back, because the press, British press, we know how much they like to sabotage everything that Meghan is doing. And the fact that we managed to put actually the focus back on the charity, that was actually just amazing to watch. And we forced them to actually pay attention to that instead of paying attention to some BS they like to spin. So that was really great. So free, Mimi, Mel, you did great, girls, and everybody in the Sussex squad. Amazing job, guys. Amazing.
But thank you guys so very much. Really appreciate it.
Well, can I just say a quick thank you to you all for having us on and for always continuing to set the record straight and make sure that, there's a place that people can go to hear all the good things that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are doing and to get away from the noise.
Certainly.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining us for this podcast, guys, the Sussex Squad podcast. We sincerely hope that you guys have enjoyed this podcast. And please don't forget to send letters to Harry and Meghan using hashtag Global Sussex Baby Shower on envelope and in letter. You can subscribe also to our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes, because, guys, this actually really matter. And Tina, do you want to end?
Yeah, and remember, as the Duchess will always say, no bad energy, guys. No bad energy. Bye.
No bad energy. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.